Modulus platform is my designed ecosystem for printable modular benchtop mechanisms. So far, I have used it to create a centrifuge that I use for separating things like my algae from its liquid culture. However, the platform's use cases extend far beyond that. A while ago, I made quite a crudely designed coil winder that I used to wind modular coils for a generator project that I completed a couple of years ago. The design was mired with flaws, and to be honest was more so something I quickly threw together than a thoroughly thought out design. Adding on to that, at the time, frankly my design skills were also quite inferior. Since then, I have learned a lot more about CAD and design in general, and how to design and use a greater variety of parts. In fact, the V1 of the ModuCoil generator was one of the first times I'd actually used bearings in a project, something the aforementioned coil winder lacked, which was a big hindrance on the design and performance of that device. Over time though, I think things have gotten a lot better, and I think something like my centrifuge, especially the version 2, would have been an overwhelming undertaking as a project for my past self. With that said, today in this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the coil winder kit I have designed for Modulus. As you will see, it's surprisingly simple, both in terms of design and also in assembly or conversion from other Modulus devices. The Modulus coil winder kit consists of a couple of unique parts and a few other general ones. Unique to the kit are these skirted plastic nuts that I have designed and printed. These are designed so that two of them can screw onto a bolt and compress together to secure a spool of wire, and are also designed to fit into a 10mm bearing, which subsequently fits into the same spindle base I used for my centrifuge. Yay for standardization. Next is the wire guide, which in appearance and in concept is very similar to the one I used for the previous coil winder, except this time it's been designed to be compatible with the Modulus platform. It uses a similar design to the gear posts, and it fits in the exact same way onto the sleds that are used by many other components. I've also designed a new handle for rotating the cranked gear. Initially, I added holes to my spur gears in order to save material, but I had the idea of designing a small knob that could fit into these holes and be used to drive the mechanism. I'll probably think of a better solution in the future, but I consider this a slight improvement over how I went about driving the centrifuge. Other parts needed for this kit are an extra sled for the wire guide, some fasteners, a 10mm bearing, and a long M6 bolt for the spool holder. Before I got into the build itself, I first had to reconfigure the transmission. For the coil winder, in this instance, I am using a two-stage transmission with one compound gear and one simple spur gear. With a module of 0.6mm, my compound gear and my simple spur gear have 106 outer teeth. The inner compound gear has 34 teeth. If we take 106 and divide it by 34, we get about 3.12. The gear of my spindle, which has the same module, has 60 teeth, which if we once again divide by 34, gives us about 1.76. And if we multiply those numbers together, we get almost exactly 5.5. Ergo, we have a 1 to 5.5 gear ratio. This means that for every turn of the driven gear, wire is going to be wound around the coil 5.5 times. This is a nice, clean enough number that makes it relatively easy to determine how many windings the resulting coil will have, while also reducing the amount of hand cranking needed fivefold. Now, with all that said, here's your build montage. After I built the thing, it was time to feed some wire through, attach a V4 ModuCoil to the spindle, and adjust the wire guide. This adjustment is really important in order to stop the wire from straying and slipping to either side of the coil, and ensures the wire instead winds around the wire cavity. On testing, I was actually surprised at how well this thing works. I thought that the wire would slip a lot more than it did. However, with proper adjustment, it worked just fine. The transmission of these Modulus mechanisms still has that nagging skipping issue, which is something I want to fix before I design any more parts or kits for the platform. And I think I have a good idea of how to go about fixing that issue. Anyway, that's all from me for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed me showcasing this to you. STLs will be freely available, and the link for them will be in the comments, which will take you to my Thingiverse page. Like, share, comment your thoughts, subscribe, turn on the bell, and as always, take care, have a good one, and I will catch you all next time.